One of my phone consultation clients expressed considerable astonishment that he had been able to realize so much uninterrupted progress with heavy-duty, high-intensity training. And I explained to my client that such should not be a surprise, that there's no mystery to any of this, that people have been growing muscles beyond normal levels for at least 10,000 years, that we live in a knowable, rational universe of absolute clear-cut identity, guided by one set of immutable, never-changing principles, and that the cause and effect relationship between intense exercise and muscle growth has been understood for quite some time, even though the majority of self-styled experts in this field fail to grasp it. I concluded by pointing out to this individual that it is reality and its laws, the laws of nature, that dictate the causes which must be enacted to affect the buildup of muscle mass beyond normal levels, and that once these causes are clearly understood, the task of developing bigger and stronger muscles, in fact, while requiring high-intensity effort, is really quite simple. In this context, the exercise scientist would concern himself with the volume or number of sets being performed. Now, since people who perform no weight training have muscles of normal size, and those who perform some resistance exercise usually do grow larger muscles, perhaps growth stimulation is directly related to the volume. It's not an illogical or irrational place to start an investigation. That's where I would look. That's where I looked. And 80 better still, and 120 sets better still, and so on into infinity. And that's where we find ourselves. There it is, the obvious tenuity, the monumental absurdity of the volume argument, all wrapped up in a singular childlike notion that more is better. It is erroneous, illogical, non-productive, and even counterproductive. The best way to explain a highly abstract principle like intensity is to go to a concrete example in perceptual reality. Let's assume hypothetically that every one of you here today is capable of curling a 100-pound barbell for a maximum of 10 reps to failure. Obviously, audience, the first rep of that set would be the easiest. Or to be more technically precise, we would say the first rep requires the least intensity of effort. The first rep does fatigue you a little bit, however. That's why the second rep is always a little bit harder. Whereas the first rep may require on the order of 8 or 10% intensity of effort, the second rep you see may require 15 or 20% intensity of effort. Without belaboring the issue, you know that's how it goes with each successive rep of the set. Each one becomes harder to complete, requiring a more intense effort than did the preceding, until finally we get to the last possible rep in this hypothetical case, again, a set of barbell curls to failure at 10 reps with 100 pounds. The last rep would be the only one where we say it requires literally 100% intensity of effort. You're gritting your teeth, you're shaking all over, and you barely get the bar to the top. Now I ask you, which repetition of that set is more likely to stimulate an increase in strength and muscular size? The first rep, which is the least intense, or the last rep, the hardest one? The only rep requiring 100% intensity of effort.